Hello and welcome to Brett Dupree's awesome health journey. As you can see today, I didn't try my hair again, if you're counting, but I'm determined unless I'm going to go out, what's the point? So today I'm kind of talking about um, being self-aware and naming something and how that can actually just help once you figure out, and also that I've decided to start trying to date again. Um, Yesterday I was in a pissy mood. I've been in a pissy mood probably since Sunday about something. It became very important to me over the week Sunday as I sat in my house after coming home from my dad, who made me some awesome ribs. Thank you, Dad. Love you. Those ribs have been great. Eat them for dinner every day this week. But it just became very important to me to find something to do on Saturday this weekend and to hang out with somebody who wasn't family and wasn't a very close friend. And then I also created a dating profile just on a whim. I didn't really put a lot of thought into it. And yesterday during my workout, sometimes I don't know why, but I was walking on the treadmill walking. Sometimes I get clarity about life. And then I realized what was going on. It's Memorial Day weekend. This is going to be my first Memorial Day weekend without my ex in like 4 years. And Memorial Day weekend was always kind of big because it was always a 3-day weekend. So it was always the day that I would drive down to Portland, or I think the first one she came up here. And we generally do something kind of fun. I think 2 years ago was Memorial Day weekend. She ended up becoming mad at me. We ended up breaking up in June. But anyway, but last Memorial Day weekend, I think, is that when we went to the Lavender Festival? I don't remember what we did. But anyway, I recognize that. I recognize that's why you're kind of in a pissy mood. That's why you're just like, oh, I just really want to hang out with somebody, even if it's no dating potential, but someone who kind of fits that mold, right? And then I was like, oh, that's why. And then once I recognized why I was upset, I was able to work on it in my head and let it go. Because as that lady said, that Lisa lady, that, emotions are based off predictions. In the future, in my mind, I was predicting that I was going to be alone this weekend without, the love of my life, obviously. And then, which is not going to happen, of course. I'm not going to fall in love. I'm not getting back with my ex in the next 4 days. And B, I'm not going to be falling in love in the next 4 days. At least, no, I'm not falling in love in the next 4 days. That's not how my brain works anyway. But what I'm saying is, just recognizing the fact, sometimes in life, I know there's a lot of healing modalities where you don't have to know why you're upset to work on the upset. But a lot of times just figuring out, like, this is why I'm upset is enough to be able to move forward and just naming it. Oh, I am upset because I'm used to spending this time with my ex and I'm not going to. Which leads me to what I've been thinking about. I mean, I created Bumble and an OkCupid profile on a whim. I just really didn't put a thing. I just felt kind of bad and started one. But I decided that even though I started one because I felt kind of bad, thinking about a conversation I actually had with my mom. I'm not going to go into details about it, but just thinking about the conversation just made me realize there's no perfect time to start dating. I mean, I could create an arbitrary date in August like I did, or I can just get started. I mean, dating is a numbers game, kinda. I mean, yeah, like the next date I could go on, or I can go out someday and meet the love of my life, or maybe the love of my life is somebody I know now, but just haven't realized it yet, or haven't asked me out, or whatever. Like, I'm not saying that's not possible. But going out and more people I meet, the greater the chances of meeting someone. Period. And I'm now, when I think of my old relationship, I don't cry. I mean, I kind of, I miss it still, but I'm always going to miss it to a certain extent. I mean, you don't ask someone to marry you because, like, you don't love them at the time. You didn't like the relationship at a certain point. And I'm sure even I've never been in a very terrible relationship, but I'm sure even parts of it miss the relationship parts that you liked, and you kind of miss that aspect of it. But I don't know. I shouldn't talk like that because I've never been in a very terrible relationship. All my relationships have been pretty okay for the most part. Yeah, and then the last one didn't break up because of anger or cheating or anything like that. It just broke up because it just wasn't working out. And part of me wish it did still, but at the same time, it's time to move forward. So I'm putting myself back on the market, whatever the hell that means. But I'm trying. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to talk to people, maybe go out on dates, and see what happens, and open myself up to love. Been doing that opening myself heart meditation for at least 30 days. I'm probably going to continue to do it. I decided to do it only, I know it's going to do it only 28 days, but it's a good meditation. It's about opening my heart. Go back to I think 73 or 74 where I talk about it. I talk about preparing for dating. And so yeah, and so that just has been nice to, let go of the past relationships and open my heart to someone, or to my soulmate. Technically I don't believe in a soulmate. I believe like there's many people that I could live an amazing rest of my life with, and that's the way life is, and then you have to grow together. But anyway, what I'm saying is there's just no perfect time. And I created an arbitrary date because I just needed an end time to do so. But I don't need to, it's not written in stone. It was written in chalk, and I'm able to wipe off. Oh, you're supposed to do this so my butt doesn't wiggle. I learned that from TikTok. But there's no time. So I set an end date of when I was for sure going to start dating because I didn't want to wallow in self-pity forever and sadness forever. I had to go out there. But since I'm no longer in any self-pity, I'm no longer sad. I'm sad a little bit, obviously. But I'm no longer, I don't know how to explain it correctly. I'm no longer really, really sad. No, I'm no longer yearning. I don't know. I don't know the right word for. I'm no longer desperately wanting to fill the hole in my heart, but I do want to spend my life with somebody. I do want to cuddle. I do want to do all the dating things, and I miss that, obviously, and I would like to have that. And doing nothing isn't going to get me there, and I don't really need to prepare anymore. And so, yeah, so I'm decided to start dating again. I mean, it's not like anything's going to happen. I shouldn't talk that way. It's not like for sure anything's going to happen just because I say it. But that's, I think, when it comes to personal growth and comes to personal development, I have to recognize for myself that I need to be flexible. I can't just create rigid stone and say, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. So the arbitrary date made sense for me when I made it a month ago. And now it no longer serves me. And so I'm ready to try again. And hopefully find somebody to hold, somebody to love, somebody to... fudge. Forgot. I think it was Babyface? Yeah, so I'm ready to try to find somebody because I have a lot of love to give. And I would love to give it to somebody who wants it. Because why would I want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with me? That doesn't make sense, does it? Anyway, this has gone too long. So yeah, recognizing I'm upset and recognize when it's time to move forward. Don't be sticklers to rules in your head, but it's always good to create end dates so you have a time to at least shoot for. And yeah, so catch you on the flip side. Bibbidi bobbidi boop.